1941, a state of war.
What General Weygand has called the Battle of France is over. The Battle of Britain is about to begin.
We shall fight on the beaches, we shall fight on the landing grounds, we shall fight in the fields and in the streets, we shall fight in the hills.
Hey guys and gals, this is Alden for the Mosin Crate. First things first, I can't discuss anything sales related because YouTube will delete the video. That includes how much, where do I buy one, how do I buy one, anything sales related. But if you go onto rumble.com and you search for The Mosin Crate without any spaces between The Mosin or Crate, so same username I have here on YouTube, you'll find this same video where I can and do answer those questions. So these are all FN Browning high powers. These are military and or police surplus pistols that were imported out of Israel a few months back, so back before the current mess got started. Import marking is going to be on the heel or on the bottom of the trigger guard. All these are in 9mm. All of them have a 13-round magazine. And for the purposes of this review video, we'll just go through here and kind of take a look at the different conditions, finishes, things like that. It's a nice T series here, so slightly less common high power. Just pan through here. Kind of gets redundant after a while. You've seen a couple of them, you've seen all of them. And then this next group here, these are solid good grade. These are going to have more cosmetic wear and tear to them, but they do have some interesting variants mixed in there. I think there's some C series and at least a couple T series as well mixed into this group. You can just see that one has some scratches and marring to the finish, so not as nice as the previous group, but still a decent high power. That's a C series here, and I believe on the C series the first two digits are the production date. So if that one was 76C, 76 Charlie, then that means it was from 1976. Here's probably one of the more ugly ones in the group. I'd say this is closer to a solid good. This one is pretty darn nice. I would say this one is close to a V, other than the fact that the slide release has quite a bit of bluing wear to it. You know, I'm going to pull this one out of the group. I don't think this one belongs. This one's closer to probably a shooter grade. I would say that's between a fair and a good. So we're just going to move that one out of this group. You got a T-Series here. And another T-Series. And this one is close to a very good condition as well, but I don't know if you can see it, but someone has scratched a date or a number or something on the side of the slide, which is, again, why it's in this group. And here's another one that I'm going to pull out of this group. I don't think that that's fair to call that a good. I would say that's between a fair and a good. We'll say a good shooter grade, so we're going to move that one out of that group as well. And pricing on these things have, for surplus, genuine FN Browning high powers, and this one's probably the worst one I'd say in the group, but surplus FN Browning high powers, they have gotten stupid, guys. So if you're out there and you're searching for a high power, I think Springfield is making a clone, if I remember right, and Gearzen, which is a Turkish company, they're making a clone of a high power. So if you just want a decent high power, you can get those out there, and they're a lot cheaper than the surplus ones. But if you want a surplus one, then you're probably going to want to get an actual FN Browning high power. This next group here, these are all older high powers for the most part. This is what's called a thumbprint high power, and it has an internal extractor. There we go. Most of the import markings on these are going to be on the bottom of the trigger guard. And these are probably from the 50s, so these would be CNR eligible. All the thumbprint models. See, that one has some pitting there. Not much, but it is there. This one here is just after the thumbprint models, and you may notice on those previous pistols they had a thumbprint marking on the slide. This one is just after that, so probably still 1950s. They got rid of that thumbprint, but it still has the internal extractor, as opposed to these next two here, which, as you can see, have the external extractor. And then the last one here, this is a Canadian-made Inglis high-power pistol. This would have been made for China during World War II. I doubt this one ever went to China. It looks like it has British proof marks on it. So my guess is this probably served for the British or the Canadians during World War II. It's got that adjustable rear sight on it. Import marking there is on the front strap. And the import marking on that one, that was the only thumbprint that was like that, the heel import marking on that one. The rest of the thumbprints had import marking on the bottom of the trigger guard. And again, this one here is not a thumbprint, nor are these two. These two, you may remember, I pulled those from that good group because I felt they were a little worse than good. So those two are not thumbprints either. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I'll have another video up here before Christmas.